What time is it?
Welcome back to the Incrustables podcast. I'm Roman.
I'm Logan.
We're here to talk about some random crap.
Not so random.
It's not random. It has been very planned. This was planned. Anyway,
Everything we do is planned. I don't know why.
It's not
random
all.
crap because we come up with it the day of.
But okay, a lot of the times in episodes we didn't plan it, and then it was just there.
Yeah, that's true. We kind of just went off on tangents for most episodes.
Because I think when we were, I don't know if it was related to the Pope episode. I'm just thinking like when we had a certain like something that random, we didn't think about it. It happened during the production and recording of that episode.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, we did ranking like what pet we would have or whatever. I think we were talking about the Pope because he just passed.
Yeah.
But then we went into it more and we're like, and that's random. But anyway, July has been the month of movies. I call it the movie month, and I'd say the most movie month. At least our favorite, because every month has movies every weekend.
I know, but none of them hit this hard.
No, because all three of them, both were milestones. If in case you don't know, Jurassic World Rebirth next week. Technically not fully full, because it could have been 4 movies instead of 3. Because 1 week, it was a week after Superman, not 2 weeks, sorry. Anyway, Jurassic World Rebirth next week, Superman. 2 weeks later, Fantastic Four. It could have been like Wolf of Wall Street 2 or something.
Broke.
Yeah, but no. Anyway, 2. Anyway, but like Jurassic World Rebirth made Scarlett Johansson the biggest grossing actress of all time.
Yep.
Superman broke the record for box office in 24 hours.
Yep.
And then Fantastic Four broke it by 1 million.
Beat that.
Anyway, so world-breaking movies back to back, obviously coming off of everything. Jurassic World's a franchise. I would have supported a movie that was like, finally it's coming, or like what would be a movie that if they made like not off of a franchise, but maybe a book or an event in history, that, like maybe First Man, like when, even though that wasn't like a huge movie and I didn't really like it, I was popularized trailers everywhere because it was finally made off of like that. Maybe if the Bruce Springsteen movie was coming out earlier,
or
like that, or what would be a movie that you would want?
There's just, I don't remember what the movie's called. It's with Ryan Gosling.
I mean the astronaut one?
Yeah.
Project. Oh shoot! I know. I really want to see that movie. That
I do
looks
too.
so funny. I think it'd be so funny. It's with Sons. I think. Well, because then it gets like, whoa, that's crazy.
Gordon said he loved the book
Alpha?
because it's based off a book.
Something Alpha. I can't remember, but I thought it was like, that's actually an interesting
If that
title.
came out.
Oh, that came out last week. Easily would have been.
Because we're recording this the day after Fantastic Four released.
Yeah.
Then this really would have been the month of movies.
It still is the month of movies for this year. I don't know. I mean, obviously, my brain's just gonna forget if anything happened. But I don't remember seeing another month like this that I remember living through. Maybe 2.
Last thing that came close was Barbenheimer.
Yeah, but it was the same day.
Yeah,
I mean, I've never gone to the movies 3 times in a month before. For different movies. Maybe you go twice because you're like, I remember doing that for Endgame. I had to see it twice. I was like, gotta see it twice. This was...
I saw Spider-Man No Way Home in theaters 3 times.
Yeah, I saw it. Oh, that was another one. I saw that twice. Yeah. But...
saw Superman twice.
Yeah, I'm about to see it twice. I thought you said you saw it 3 times.
I've seen it twice.
Oh, you were about to see it 3rd and you didn't.
I have 2 more pending.
Pending?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, I have 1 pending with my mom because she wants to see it. Anyway. But, anyway, so if I were to rank these movies based off of how well we watched them, why we liked
came out this month.
Together, which is a horror film with Franco, can't remember his Dave Franco and
Allison Brie.
Mm-hmm.
Which those 2 are actually together.
Really?
In real life, yeah.
Did not know that. I don't know about I just said July movies, and it's just saying 2025. Here, this might help. I know what you did last summer, horror, but obviously, horror films are not going to get
The
great.
Home, Smurfs.
Smurfs. Oh wait, Eddington. Or it says The House of Eden. I saw some stuff for that.
Finally Dawn. Snoopy presents a summer musical.
The A-Frame. Medea.
Man.
That
It really is.
every month of the movies. Collective. Was that Monday? Collective Mooning. I can't read it all. No, it's Mon something.
Okay, there was plenty of movies that came out.
None of them are breaking. Some of them are probably small projects.
Kevin James?
Pretty Thing.
Guns Up. Kevin James.
Oblivion. The Twin. Ghost Killer. Folk Tales. Kevin James Guns Up.
Yeah, I literally just said that.
Oh, you said that? I'm not paying attention to you.
Okay. Well, anyway.
The Ice Road Vengeance. No, because that one I heard about a little bit because he was it's Liam Neeson.
Yeah.
So it's like him going back in his action roles anyway. But anyway, if we were to rank all three of these movies based off of how we enjoyed them watching it, kind of a little bit of the experience overall, but
so like I have been.
I think we're gonna share third pretty well.
I have been recently every single time I watch a new movie or whatever, I go on IMDb and I rate it.
Oh, you immediately rate it?
Yeah.
I don't rate stuff.
I just do that so I know what's good.
Okay.
Because like when me and you went back to watch The Amazing Spider-Man 2, in our heads, it was a lot better.
That's true.
Than what it was.
So you want to go back, like let's say we go and watch this movie 5 years from now, and we're like, we thought it was such good, and then we watch it again 5 years later, and it's maybe not as good, but I gave it an 8 out of 10.
Like, I could tell you what I rated these three movies, and two of them are tied rating wise.
I know which ones. I know which ones are rated the same.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But they're all three are good.
Oh,
movies.
they're fantastic. I think.
Say that again.
Shut up. Okay, you want us to say our three at the same time because I think they're gonna be 1, 2, 3.
Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll just go real quick. But,
it's a good movie.
No, I think it was really good. I think it's the second best in the franchise. I thought it was better than Jurassic World, the first one.
I do too.
I think maybe not necessarily like, okay, if you had it not as like this fourth movie, I think it would have done even better as a society. I think everyone would have loved it even more because you're running it on. It made sense. But this was like, okay, if you made the first one like really, really big, or if this was the third one, you're like, okay, let's say Jurassic World. Oh, they remade them, and then immediately afterwards,
what would they have called it then?
Not Rebirth, but like just the synopsis and the plot of that movie. I think if you had it like the whole Jurassic World movie was maybe 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
Longer than it was because it was only like a little over 2 hours. But anyway, the whole plot was maybe not necessarily the Indominus Rex, but all right, they made the dinosaurs, all that, and it all got out quickly. You didn't have to plot out this. All right, Indominus Rex, the next movie.
Well, they had to make it different enough from the first movie, so they weren't repeating the same formula.
I know, and they wanted it. They wanted a trilogy.
They did repeat the same formula. Did. Which is why those movies did not do well.
Yeah.
Because the original formulas for the first 3 Jurassic Park movies, only one of them succeeded. And yet they tried the other 2 as well.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. And this one, I wouldn't say it was a different plot. Maybe not necessarily formula, basically. Because it's like, okay, stranded family, you grab them, blah, blah, blah. But I appreciated that the actors were different, and I appreciated it took more deeper into specifically just the dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, if I were to say that Jurassic World ended with they remade the dinosaurs, they were making experiments, not just necessarily we combined the DNA of the Velociraptor and the T-Rex, blah blah blah. If they made just monsters because they were trying to recreate it, you think it's gonna be successful the first time? No, I think it would make sense and more ethically. I'm trying to bring back the dinosaurs. We bring back some, but in bringing back some, it mutated and caused that blah blah. And then you could maybe if they were just pushing for a trilogy, not all of them in a trilogy. It feels comfortable because you're like, wow, most big movies end with trilogies, at least in a franchise. If this movie came out as the second one and immediately, so after the first one, they all get out, immediately afterwards, they're like, all right, we're realizing these dinosaurs have abilities. The ones that are out have abilities to cure. But then that would have made like, oh, we didn't have to sit through and watch. I'm not gonna say Dominion and Fallen Kingdom were bad. I'd watch them over the Jurassic
Dominion was
Park.
good.
Yeah, I'd watch them over the park, all the parked ones, just because.
Fallen Kingdom was not good. It followed the same premise as the second
Yeah,
Jurassic Park movie.
but I would watch it over because it's just not by recency bias, but just because I know the actors better and it's actually done better because it's newer.
I feel like in
But it
order
is-
of which ones I would watch, it'd be the first movie, Rebirth.
Really, you like it? You think this is? You think Rebirth's the third best one, or is it the second best?
I said the first movie, and then Rebirth, and then Jurassic World.
No, I'm saying overall. You think the
Yeah.
best Jurassic franchise is the very first one, then World, then Rebirth?
Somewhere in there.
Okay, I think Rebirth's better than the first one, just based off of
Um,
sheer dialogue and plot.
and then I would say Jurassic Park 2. Just because I know you said you don't know many of the actors in that, but there's a lot of big name actors in there.
Okay,
It has Jeff Goldblum, Vince Vaughn.
they're good, but they're not like. I just think it was they were not used correctly. I just don't think Vince Vaughn. I mean, he's a main character.
He's a comedic
He's
actor.
he's a main.
He wasn't
person.
used as a comedic actor.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't main enough.
And then Dominion. And then
Then the third and second.
skip the third and the second.
Yeah, no. What did they make in in Fallen Kingdom? The Dominiraptor,
The Indoraptor.
Indoraptor.
Which it's cool.
It's cool, but what's
I'll
the
give
point?
them
You're
that.
Like, all right, Dominus Rex. We combined the two, and it's
They made it more raptor.
Yeah, you're like it is exactly both. It's the size of a T-Rex, but that's it. And then they're like, all right, let's take that and just make it smaller. Really? This one was like, wow, we can actually use it to save lives in the human race, which I thought was like, you know what?
It's interesting.
It's
yeah.
a kind of a little cruel because you're like, that's what humans have been always doing is they've been
Yeah.
grabbing other things from other animals and then mutating it to match our bodies. But at least they were doing it like, okay, we're not harming the animal and we're not doing it for money bias. They were showing that. I think it was a target at pharmaceuticals.
Well, it definitely was.
Yeah, but I think it was. But if it came out as the second one, if it came out right after Jurassic World, I think it would have gotten even better ratings.
With two of the three movies that came out, they all have they're like slightly hinting at like what is the word I'm looking for? Like harshing on modern day stuff. Jurassic World, pharmaceuticals, Superman, politics, just in general.
Yeah, and
And then Fantastic Four was its own
Fantastic
thing.
Four was.
It didn't really.
No, it didn't. Okay, the biggest plot was just to I'll go over it again, but I think it was more of. It wasn't necessarily an issue because like the Jurassic World and Superman were actually facing issues that are going on today. This one was just acknowledging it again. I thought it was good. It was just the of Sue.
One sentence from one quote from that movie that really kind of stuck with me. Like it kind of like jabs at modern day stuff, but whatever. It was like, who knew like 4 citizens
Yeah, for Americans.
could stand up to something
Yeah,
like
for
that.
citizens. Yeah.
Or like it was like something like that.
Yeah. I know what you're about.
Like yeah, you know the exact.
Yeah,
I just can't put the words
when I
right.
thought no, he says, who knew that four citizens could make such a difference or impact? And I remember hearing that, and I thought, I wish they didn't necessarily use the word citizens. They were using it because it was the 1960s,
Yeah.
and it was always like American.
Or it was 60s inspired.
50s, 60s futurism. Anyway, because it's basically what the not the Jeffersons, but the
Jetsons.
Jetsons, yeah. Like that old, it's that movie, that TV show is old, and it was made in a futuristic. But anyway, yeah, I thought the Fantastic Four was jabbing at the point that when Sue's pregnant and the power of like a motherhood, It wasn't an issue. I don't want to try and like say like that was blah, blah, blah. I think no, they just I think that no Marvel or superhero movie has dealt with parentinghood
No.
or being a mother or father really that well, and she can show like how much power she had. We'll touch upon how powerful she was to withstand Galactus, but it only took the like psychological. I'll compare actual real human to that scenario, but anyway. Yeah, I'd say what I could realize is that we can. This whole ranking very much can go on to the entire episode because we're talking about the movies. But I'd
Yeah.
rather we will talk. We talked about Jurassic World already a good amount on another episode. We're like, well, we like this. Oh, the Mosasaurus was cool. We talked about that raptor flying
We
raptors
did.
was really
Yeah.
cool, and I didn't find the pop, but I found a pop of the pterodon, which I thought was cool.
Yeah,
No, no,
I
no,
did
no,
I did
the
too,
Quetzal. The Quetzal.
and I complained about it
It was very. I wish it was
because
bigger.
they're small.
Yeah,
The only
she was so
good
small.
one that they have is they have the size of my T-Rex one of a Spinosaurus,
Yeah, that's cool.
and I was like, oh, that's so
No, they could have
sick.
at least made the Mosasaurus
Huge.
like. Yeah, but they could have made it where it's like a really specific one, and it's and they have a plastic crane or like that's holding it, so it looks like it's floating and swimming. And it could have been decently big. It should have been just like a scene one. That's it, a scene one.
Funko actually just came out with like an announcement for Comic-Con.
Yeah.
They're adding, like, they announced some new pops or whatever, but they're adding ones that can sit on edges of like a shelf or
Or
something.
table shelf, yeah.
Yeah. They're
Like sitting ones and nice.
there's also, they're calling it like pop elements or whatever,
Add-ons?
and it's like an add-on. Like they have like a fire one, and like you place your pop like right in the middle, and like the fire's coming from them, and like they have like an earth one, a water
like
one,
environmental
and, like,
theatrics.
yeah,
For the pops, you know.
to give it a better display
kinda
look.
cool.
And I was like, oh, that's so sick. Because like
Make Human Torch more on fire.
if we wanted to do like a perfect Marvel like individual displays, like we have like Spider-Man against Venom, like how we do it, and like we build like an environment or something, that would be so handy.
Yeah.
Like if we do Absorbing Man, and like we get like a
And
rock
Rubble,
monster or
Rubble,
whatever, and like we get like the Earth one, that looks so sick.
That would look cool. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I
anyway.
wanted to look
I
at
like this ranking very much. Be like simply talk. We talked a good amount about Jurassic World. Let's like simply talk about like okay, why Superman's here, why Fantastic Four here, and then
Get into it.
and then we'll actually really get into them because I don't want
Yeah.
it to just be this ongoing. All right, here's now my number one. It's been an hour in, but okay,
Number 2 for me is Fantastic Four.
it was hard.
It's
You go on.
It is such a good movie.
Mhm.
It really is. But you said this earlier. I was so excited for my number 1 for the past 2 years. Like the hype for Fantastic Four was big, but not as big as
No, and I understand that.
yeah.
My
Go
number
ahead.
2 is Superman. And it's because it's not to say that I'm not a DC person over a Marvel fan. I used to be Marvel fan over DC. Now I'm equal. Just because we were, well, obviously going into more comics, you're like, wow, they were really good. And now James Gunn's coming in with the Suicide Squad and the Superman and him reinventing how the movie should be. Is it based off? It should be based off lighting. I'll just quote this: have you ever watched a good amount of the Harry Potter movies?
I've seen all the Harry
Okay.
Potter movies.
You notice the lighting's different in probably all of them.
Mhm.
I like, especially if you take Order of the Phoenix. There's like this blue tone. It reminds me of Age of Ultron. And then you go to Half Blood Prince, and it's this grayer tone or whatever. That's what I liked about Superman. It had this almost bluish, really saturated feel to it. But then you look at all the Snyder ones, and they're all depressing. And you can be depressing. I think if you took a Batman,
DC has some depressing stuff.
I know the whole thing is more
Like-
darker. Especially you go towards the Batman and all that. If it's Batman with Superman, it's gonna be a mix of both. Wonder Woman's not gonna be as crazy bright, but it's more. Well, it's gonna be some shininess. But if they took that darkness, like I think the Batman was matched perfectly. Wasn't great done, but it was just deep and dark and red. That was a perfect match of what that character is. That's why I like how James Gunn's going to start doing it. They're going to be making it based off that character, and the
Mm-hmm.
plot and the theme is going to be based off of that character. Not there's going to be connections. People are like, "What's the point?" But like, it's not like he's making solely specific things. He's gonna make them connected. He made the Guardians connected really well. Superman's gonna come in other characters. Green Lantern's gonna come in other characters, but solely
Yeah.
they're
Corin Sweat already said that he's gonna be in another project that comes out this year,
yeah. He's gonna be in the
which it's gonna be Peacemaker.
Peacemaker, and then I mean when Supergirl comes out,
Yeah,
he'll be referenced obviously, but
that's next year, I think.
yeah, but be completely different. But anyway, it was just. I'll tell you why I liked my number one just slightly more though.
Okay,
Is
go
that
ahead.
what I'll appreciate with Superman is that someone was critiquing. My neighbor was critiquing because he said this quote, or he critiqued the moment when the when they crypted the message by his parents, and it was like, "Get hoes, kill them all." Blah blah
Mm-hmm.
blah. I have obviously was like, that's not true. Like it was corrupted. In the first piece, like I remember the first part. It's like, "You're great. You're meant to do this." He goes, they basically Johnny stormed it, found the language, and then just made it the rest up. But anyway, he was like, "Why was everyone immediately against Superman?" I go, "Because that's referencing society on a more hyperbole level.
Yeah,
Obviously, we're humans.
like somebody can do something good, and then like the moment one bad thing comes up, it just all
they
switches.
immediately not
That,
everybody.
that's kind of like James Gunn. Like
It's immediately
that was
James
him
Gunn.
because
He's like,
he did the Guardian stuff, and then some like old tweets of his resurfaced that he posted as a joke, and then he got fired from Marvel.
Yeah.
Everybody hated
Hold on,
him,
didn't he? They're saying he got
and now he's
fired
back.
in 2016,
Yeah,
but then he made Guardians 3. Did he
yeah,
get
because
rehired?
yeah,
Okay, that's what they're like. Why do you get fired? I'm like, yet he made 2 Guardians movies after that. Probably because Kevin Feige was like,
Feige was like, Gunn knows what he's doing,
yeah,
and
that's probably aren't. He's probably fine. He's proved.
yeah.
But anyway, um, obviously, I told him. I said, one, it's a comic. It's meant to be exaggerated. I said, two, we're humans. We've never had. I said, we. I said those we have faith. There's no like gods. There's no in the DC. I think there's still Zeus.
No, there's gods.
Yeah, but they're not. There's like not really religion ever talked about. Kind of in Marvel, just the god of carpentry. But anyway,
And
but
Daredevil's
there's no such
Catholic.
thing as like yeah, but there's no such thing as like faith. There's like hope, but faith is like no doubtably, no matter what happens, I'm gonna think it through. If like something comes up, you have faith in people, you have faith in whatever religion. That doesn't happen in DC. So when something happens, it's gonna be like that. They're basically watched over and protected by these heroes and superheroes, and your entire trust is in them. So when something happens, and you realize that level of power, you're gonna be scared shitless for a second. And when the government runs it over, again, connecting to what's happening in today's world, you're going to believe it for a second. And immediately. And he didn't answer. He didn't, like, backlash immediately because he's like, there's no way. So it may, obviously, when he doesn't start talking, regardless if he start talking or if he didn't, people are going to be like, either he's lying or he doesn't want to admit the truth.
My favorite critique for Superman is
Better not be Zack Snyder related.
why doesn't Supergirl tell Superman
The crypto?
about his purpose on Earth?
Oh, yeah. I'm like,
And this
are
person,
people that stupid?
came. I think James Gunn said it. He was like, "Well,
Because she did.
Supergirl is one younger,
Yeah.
and two,
I wrote it.
not every single family has the same purpose."
Yeah.
But then somebody was like, "I thought Supergirl's supposed to be older than Superman because she gets sent off Krypton as a teenager, and Superman gets sent off as a baby. So technically, yes, she is older,
But in
but
multiple,
she didn't come like she like went through a wormhole and she didn't come back, like come to Earth
Till later.
until Superman was 30.
30. Yeah. So he's older
So he is
on Earthwise.
older
Earthwise.
technically,
Yeah.
but
Because
she's also older.
Yeah, she's older by that, but then you don't age the same way. So she's. It's weird. It's like Interstellar. It's like when Matthew McConaughey visited Jessica Chastain, his daughter, he was 30 because he was on that weird planet for an hour, and that was like 40 years on Earth. So it's like he's older. Let's just say this: he's born first, or she's born first. He's older.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's weird, but that's how it is. But anyway, it's 2. It's close. We'll get more into like why we like it. I'm not trying to like say like, oh, one's worse than the other. They're just different, and here's why.
They're so completely
that's
different.
all it is. Is that I just liked. I'll just say my number 1 is Fantastic Four. I just liked the familyness. I wanted it more family. I was so excited when we were writing.
They were very much a
when
family.
I was writing when we were writing the Fantastic Four, it got me so stoked. I enjoyed, but it was like Fantastic Four has never been a thing that's changed. The Avengers changes every comic, every show, blah blah blah. Guardians, different people come in. The only thing that's changed in Fantastic Four is Spider-Man with the Future Foundation.
There's been a couple people that come in and out.
Yeah,
but it's always
but
the main
it's always
4.
been those 4, and I think
Because like She-Hulk joins every once in a while.
yeah, but
Wolverine's been a part
with
of
her
it.
white, but that's very very rare. There's Avengers that are like people are arguing about what's the like conflicting about arguing like what's the true Avengers. Everyone will say the 2012 ones. We're like no, Ant-Man and Wasp are actually the first Avengers. Blah blah. No one has argued that there's not a perfect Fantastic Four than these 4.
Mm-hmm.
Even sometimes Guardians. Like, well, people are like, well, Quill out of it is technically not the Guardians. Well, technically it is the Guardians. Blah blah. I thought, and also when you were saying like you've been waiting 2 years for the Spider-Man or for the Superman,
yeah.
I've been waiting 2 years for a really fucking good Marvel movie. Not to
Oh
say
no,
that,
I've been waiting for since No Way Home. I've been waiting for a perfect Marvel movie.
Yeah, and not to say that.
It's perfect. It's not perfect. Nothing is perfect.
No, even Kevin Feige said that. He said.
Yeah. He said he's not satisfied with any movie
so far.
So far.
Like Infinity War, Endgame, like no, there's still imperfections in the editing and sometimes the storyline. Not to say that it is not a 9.5 out of 10, but that's still 0.5 different. He's like nothing will ever satisfy me 100%. It's just that there's a difference. There's no movie, in my opinion, that is like. There's some that are like 9.9, 99%, because you're just like nothing will ever be 100% perfect, just because either your mood you're in or it's just a difference. The difference, like I said, Superman and are referencing when you said you're like your number 1 and 2 and my number 1 and 2 are ranked the same, but they're just different.
Nope.
And I liked, that you ranked.
I rated them differently.
Oh, you did. I thought you said you rated them same.
No, I rated Jurassic World and Fantastic Four and 8, Superman and 9.
Okay, you said 8 was Fantastic Four. Anyway, but for me, they are
because there's some things that could be better.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, you want to look at budget and control. I think Superman was way more loose with it, so it was able to make some really good differences.
I feel like I'm very confident in saying that both Superman and Fantastic Four were one of the only movies to make it feel like you were watching a comic book.
Oh, hell yeah, especially both. Especially. And I'll say that
it's so different from both of those movies are so different
realistic.
from other things.
They weren't trying to be realistic.
No.
I think, well, I'll say this, as I was just going back on my point of like why I've been waiting 2 years, is that I enjoyed to a level, I liked Multiverse of Madness. I thought it was decent.
I didn't think it was terrible.
I
don't think it's going to be the best movie to rewatch.
No, it's the same. I give it the same level, and I think people harsh on the third Ant-Man. I give Quantumania and Multiverse of Madness probably the same. Like,
Quantumania had some funny parts.
It was good.
It wasn't the best.
No, but do I think it's the worst out of the trilogy? Yes. Do I think it's god awful? No.
My favorite thing is Feige tweeted. He was like, "We were kind of done with Kang."
Yeah.
Before all the stuff with Jonathan Majors
because
already
he's
happened.
Not Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And somebody commented on that. They're like, "Well, yeah, no shit. You had him lose to
The
Ant
Ant-Man.
Man."
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, well, it's not necessarily. I mean, okay, there's multiple.
That's it's fair because
It's
was
yeah,
like
but
that was Kang, like
yeah,
full on,
yeah, but there's
and he
also
lost to Ant Man.
yeah, but there's also times in the comics where you're like, he really lost. I mean,
I mean,
take
Thanos lost to Squirrel Girl,
yeah.
so
It's like you have no room. There's actually there's no nothing can beat the power of a subatomic thing. It's not. It's different than outside of like just say anybody telekinetic. They can't do that. They can't shrink and grow stuff. They can control it. Only certain really characters, maybe like Wanda, can actually shrink molecules in reality. Maybe Galactus probably can, but he didn't do it in the movie. But
he can do that to himself.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean, I don't know. We don't know his full abilities on like comic wise because he probably can shrink other things
he can
and eat them.
control his size and his appearance
Yeah,
because it's the same Galactus throughout every single universe.
reverse. Yeah.
So he
Apparently, he can be also this big as a Lego figure when you play as him. But
yeah, so it's the same one that's in Lego Marvel Superheroes. It's the same one that's in Fortnite.
Same one that's
in the comics.
in the comics. The same one that's in every live show.
In Marvel vs. Capcom
yeah,
3, same one.
yeah, same one.
Great game.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, no. But you can put. We'll get more into it. But I'll say Fantastic Four is my number one just because I liked the first time in a while. My heart was actually exhilarating for not a horror movie.
The only
Like that final fight scene and him getting out, and that might just be my fear of like I don't have a fear, but I definitely get intimidated by giant figures. Cause I mean that was incredible. They got the inspiration from Fortnite, and not to say no, like it was Fortnite's not a good game, but that event was
cool.
amazing,
Yeah.
and I'm so fantastic. But they made the like you said, they made the feeling of watching a creature or watching that and feeling like you're in a comic book. That's what I was like. It is this astronomical figure, and they somehow beat him, which I thought was incredible.
The way Johnny, we're gonna
We'll get into it. I
yeah.
thought okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Superman's your number one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go
Yeah,
into it anymore. I love that
yeah.
movie.
The reason
It was a comic book.
and I can probably watch it a different day, and I'll rank Superman higher. But how I like my superhero movies, I prefer the difference of like, okay, it was a team. That's just me. I don't think I'll ever put a
Solo movie that high.
solo movie that high. Even though Superman was kind of almost a team movie because the Justice Gang was kind of funny. But, yeah. So if I'm in the mood for a solo movie, I'll watch Superman. But if I'm like, I love team movies. I love the back and forth. I love the dialogue. I love the chemistry. That to me that's a superheroes movie. That's why honest to God, that's why I truly think DC's going to come out on top. Is because if they can make a solo movie that good, Marvel did that in the beginning. That's
It
why
was never that good,
That's why
though.
Thunderbolts
Like,
they good.
Let's be honest. Like, if I had the choice between watching Iron Man for the first time or watching the new Superman movie for the
The
first
new
time,
Superman.
no Marvel movie has been no Marvel solo movie
No,
has been that good.
the only technically not a starting
Ragnarok
solo movie.
was good.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that technically it wasn't a solo movie because it did have a team up, but that was on the same level as if a team up as Superman. He had people, but that was
And Winter Soldier
yes.
was super good.
I'd say those winners.
That's
why
a great movie.
Why I love Ragnarok is just because it's so funny. It's so funny, but action. Okay, those three are completely different.
They're all so different, but they're all.
I'd say
so
Ragnarok plus Winter Soldier is Superman because Winter Soldier is dark, man. I think that's why it's so good. It's so serious, but I love Ragnarok because it's so funny and lighthearted, and then Superman has a mix of both.
Yeah.
So those three are on a specific scale of purely that they are an individual movie. They are tied, a three-way tie. But I'd watch, if I'm in a mood to watch a serious movie, I'm going to watch Winter Soldier. If I'm in a mood to watch an action-packed movie, I'm going to watch Superman. If I want to laugh and a go-to watch, I'm gonna watch Ragnarok.
That is the greatest like thing ever that you just came up with. Superman is a combination between Winter Soldier and Ragnarok. Because I was thinking about it. In Winter Soldier, the villains turn Captain America
Into
against
villain.
the public. In Ragnarok, Thor gets trapped on another planet.
Yeah, and has to escape and then be friends.
And befriend somebody
that is
on
an enemy
like in
at
there.
at the start. Superman, Lex Luthor turns the people against him. He gets trapped in a different dimension and has to befriend Metamorpher. Boom.
Lex Luthor is really.
He
was like a Hydra.
I was gonna go. He's Redford Goldblum.
What was that?
Robert Redford and George Goldblum.
George Goldblum.
He's a George Redford.
That's.
Hold on, no, Jeff.
It's Jeff, dude.
Jeff.
You kept on saying George.
George Clooney for a second. Jeff Redford or Robert Goldblum. Robert Goldblum sounds cool.
That.
Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, to answer your question earlier, I don't know what time it is, but here's the thing. Superman did really. I remember it. Got you.
Oh my god, that was good. I'm proud of you. That was good.
I was like, I got it. I got it.
That was
I
good.
know it's overdue on TikTok a lot, but it's so funny. I think it's funny when you don't see anything. Because someone's like, alright, here's the thing. And they actually have a picture of the thing. I was just like, here's the thing.
It's like
Superman.
Schlatt's not finishing punchlines.
Dude, that stuff makes me crack up. Oh my god. I think when you phrase it like, alright, I love when you say the beginning of punchlines. He's like, yeah, well, when the chicken crosses the road. That's funny. For some reason, what I think is funnier is when he says, all right, now just say punchlines. You gotta hand it to him. Just random shit, and it's so funny because you're like it makes you wonder what could you have possibly said. What's the joke? I don't know.
Yeah.
Some of them are like not even like that doesn't make sense. It's a bun, Anna.
Okay, go on with what you were saying.
Anyway, we'll just talk about why we love these movies, and we'll go in chronological order. But
we don't need to touch on Jurassic World. We've already touched on that.
Let's talk about a little bit more of Superman, and let's really talk because we did a little bit of Superman already. I think in the last one we talked about like, all right, it was cool.
I don't think we did.
Or like we've already talked.
We talked about it to each other.
I think there's a lot more. Okay, because it's not a chronological movie, Superman yet. There's not enough to really talk about. All right, here's these connecting points. Here's what I found.
Oh,
we talked about
in Union Terminal or the Hall of Justice. You know how there's that mural.
Yeah, I saw that. Did you talk about his post? I saw that post.
He posted the mural.
Yeah.
And it has so many connections to other people, like other heroes on there.
Heroes, yeah. No, his attention to detail is amazing.
Absolute cinema.
Okay, what time did you see the Fantastic Four?
What time?
What time, yeah.
It was a 4:45.
Okay, so you saw it way before me. I saw it at 9:00.
Yeah.
Because that was the only time.
Well, I went with Gordon, Jules, and Holden,
I
so
went
we had to go
with Amber, and we went at 9:00. But so that's why I sent you Absolute Cinema at 11:30 at night.
I was asleep by then.
I figured. So anyway, that's why you responded late. But so let's just talk about a little bit of Superman, just because I can talk about. I mean, I don't want to like go on because I have somewhere to go, but I can talk about maybe specific more details in questions I have for Fantastic Four. I don't have questions for Superman because it's kind of like why I think it was good is because they can end it without people wanting more of the story. So anyway,
I want more from Fantastic Four.
I want to know where is it going. Not a bad thing, but as in like I'm excited to see how stuff connected. That's really weird. Yeah. They're both different. They're both again. It's not like trying to say like, oh, I wanted more from this movie. For me, I thought the movie was a 9 out of 10. I thought it for ranking. I don't know if it's a top five yet. I really have to just think about it and then rewatch what I think my top 10 is, and be like, no, I thought that hit humorly. I thought that really kicked. There were some really fucking funny things in Fantastic Four. My golly, the again, it's not like
It watching that movie really makes me want to go back and redo the entirety of our Fantastic Four.
I don't want to do the entirety of it because
Not the
as we're
beginning.
watching it, no, as we're
Not our
watching,
beginning. The rest of it.
no. What do you mean the beginning? You mean the origin story?
Yeah.
No,
I'm not changing that.
Stuff. I want to keep some stuff.
The rest of it
We're not changing
is
the old men.
that's in the backstory.
Okay, never mind. Anyway,
The rest of it can go.
Okay, there's some stuff that I think. Well, back at the Baxter Building, like that's fine. I think the talk between are you talking about purely the Fantastic Four relations, just those four, or the actual storyline? Because I like what
I like that we have the scroll as the villain because that's untouched.
that scroll scene was really good, and I liked it.
We're gonna keep that. The rest of it,
I'm trying to remember if I actually voiced a bunch of lines that was like. I'm trying to remember if
we only touched the beginning and then.
And that was it.
And then the scrolls, and that was it.
Okay, because then I don't remember actually like full more on that.
No, because we didn't have other things written.
Yeah, we'll change it.
I have some things written, but like.
Then we'll change it a little bit of how. You're just probably talking about how the character would talk, not necessarily the plot, is what I was trying to question.
Because like
the relation
in the Fantastic Four movie, there's like that one part where Johnny is talking in third person.
Yeah, I thought that was just. I love it when Johnny talks in third person.
Johnny loves space and Johnny loves women.
Okay. I might want to redo my theme lines. I kind of want to redo my theme lines because that one it didn't change. And realistically,
You got to redo all of them.
Just because I think
it's not all edited together yet. So the origin story.
It's just because I was like, I did his Brooklyn accent
too much.
Wrong, yeah, like overdone, and then I was like, oh no, like that was like with the gravel in my throat. I was like, that thing didn't have it.
We mainly did that because we looked up previous voice actors.
And they were all
yeah.
And I was like, that doesn't. I mean, yeah, it made sense, but like, it makes me love the Thing so much better. That Thing, the Thing. No, that Ebon Bach played the thing so well. The visual effects, his character, what he says.
Well, there was one spot where I was like, okay, the VFX sucks right there.
There's so much.
But the rest of it was so good.
There's so much to do.
It was at the end when he was holding Franklin.
Okay.
It was so obviously fake.
Oh, the baby.
And I was like,
I think I spotted that too. It's
I was
because
like,
it was like. I think I spotted it. It was the baby's hair with Reed's back. Reed was behind the baby, and then you saw the Thing, and it was like, all right, I can tell the baby's hair looks blended wrong.
No, it was when the Thing was holding.
Oh, the very end, right before the credits.
Like,
yeah, because he's holding. He's like, hey, how's it going?
It was.
Yeah.
Well, so clearly, but like.
Because that was a CGI baby too. Well, like no, because you're having to CGI the hands around the baby, so technically you are CGIing the baby, and that's not going to be well.
Duh, baby.
Anyway, we'll get into Fantastic Four in a second, but I could talk about Fantastic Four so much more. Anyway, I got 30 minutes, but you talk about more about Superman of why you would like. What do you want to nerd about it? Versus I like Fantastic Four a bit more.
I don't really know. There's not much to nerd about anymore.
Yeah, because
I've kind of gotten it all out.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, let's point out like what we enjoyed a bit more because. Yeah, here's the thing: is I think it was so targeted towards society. Is that shut up? I didn't mean to. I've been saying fantastic, and here's the thing so much, but I don't realize it. But no pun intended. But because Fantastic Four wasn't aimed at anything, and it was really more comic-y, to really a more storyline, there was like multiple things. I don't think. Hold on, my dad's calling me. I think it'd be funny. Hey, Dad. What thing? Did you get a notification? What kind of notification? From what platform? Oh, then I haven't got anything. Here, well, okay. Let me check in a second, and if I see nothing, then that's fine. Oh, you're fine. No, is it just Orgonia? Oh, it's clearly not me, so. Oh, you're fine. Alright. It'd be fine. I love you, bye. Apparently, he got like a almost like a notification that says "Stay indoors, lock all doors," and he's like, "Did you get that?" I was like, "No." I was like, "What kind of notification?" He's like, "Well," I'm like, "No." I'm like, "What platform did it?" It was like if it was a text message.
I heard that. It was like, you were like, what platform? He's like, I don't know. It just popped up on my phone.
Yeah, but you heard that whole thing too. Yeah, and I was like, "What?" I'm like, "If it was a text message, delete it and it'd be fine." He's like, "No, it was like an Amber Alert." I was like, "It's probably something stupid." I was like, "Something's hacked." He was like, "I swear the ending was like maybe we're getting bombed," just because he's like. And I was
No,
like, "Is it area?" Because he's like, "It's
it
only
would
him."
it would notify us if it
Oh
was
yeah, so it must be like a local thing.
an
And
Amber
he's
Alert.
like, "Yeah," but no, like if it's worldwide. But anyway, so he's like, maybe just be like where he is, and he's out in Orgonia County, which is farmland and everything. So I'm like, he's fine. But I was like, or we're fine. But I'm maybe here. Let's look it up. Notifications on.
Anyway, I'm gonna keep on
You
talking.
talk about stuff.
No, I feel like all my nerdiness from Superman has gone down a little bit. It is still phenomenal. I love it. It's great. Um,
There's nothing.
they, the way Clark and Superman were written, because they were clearly written as two different people.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
And
Like,
I think
not what we've seen before.
and, well, I've seen it before, as in the old Superman, Reeves.
Yeah, but
And
like,
that's what I was gonna say. Like the writing was good, but also Corn Sweat's Juilliard acting and acknowledging they are two completely different characters that look the same.
yeah.
They're not played by. They're not the same character. They're not the same person. They are mindsets. But yeah, I don't know if you saw this post, but there was a video. There was a picture of someone zoomed in from when he was doing the interview with Miss Lane, and you could see a picture of Lois, her name spelled out in the sky, because Superman spelled her name in the sky, and it was framed. He goes, "They've been together for 3 months. They're down bad." He's like,
I've
"Hey,
not, was that actually in
yeah,
the movie?
no, you see it zoomed in. I'll show you that in a minute and like later, but I'll just have it pulled up in a second." But yeah, no, it was like
I'll look it up right now.
I'll share it to you. No, but it
Yeah.
was a small frame that had Lois, and you can tell it was like clouds. But yeah, I was just that's attention to detail that I thought was really funny. Hold on, why are you looking it up? What is that? Is that Galactus?
Yeah.
Ew, he looks disgusting. Anyway, well, if you want to look it up, but I can nerd about why. Oh, here it is. I found it. I'll share it to you in a second. Got it. But yeah, I mean, I've kind of talked about my points on like why I enjoyed the lighting, and I thought,
That is crazy. I didn't.
yeah, really weird, but good detail.
Good for him.
No, okay. Here's another reason. I will not necessarily talk about the story plot, because it's very simple. It's very simple. It's Superman goes over the corruptness of Lex Luthor and has to stop him, as well as get the people of the Earth back on his side. What I will talk about the points of what creatively of what they made better than other Superman movies, specifically Jack Snyder's. The relationship that Clark / Superman have with Lois Lane.
Yeah,
They
I know.
got that romance back, and it made me love. She's
That-
my favorite Lois Lane actress.
That's what I like. That's what separates both Fantastic Four and Superman from other movies. because
The inner dialogue
the
and chemistry.
the chemistry between
Characters.
Clark and Lois was
Man.
like borderline, like actually romantic.
Them outside
But they're
is
both
so.
married,
I know, but them outside are best friends.
and then with Mr. Fantastic and Sue,
His acting.
it's
And,
the same chemistry. Like
but I think what they were
it's
able to
borderline
do,
romantic.
but they were able to do it in a way that I thought with Reed's mind, because he's not necessarily. He's so beyond, like the human aspect. So they had to connect how smart is how he does it to such a simple concept I love is. And then
I'm done with Superman. I have something I need to say about them doing Reed.
are we done with Superman
Yep.
entirely? All right, I'm done.
We've talked about it then.
Loved it. Fantastic Four. Here we go. I'm ready.
They put the guilt with Reed that we are putting with our stuff.
What guilt?
Like,
Oh, you mean
forgiving-
him being him so upset at the first time?
like
Yeah.
the guilt. We have not seen that before.
No, with anything.
It is so good.
Ben's like, stop being so hard on yourself. He's like, I know better. I knew better.
Yeah, he blames himself for everything.
Oh, I know. I loved it.
Yes.
That was me when Johnny and Ben were flying through the sky. When he
What time is it, Ben?
okay, that's my one small critique is I wish he did say it with a bit more energy because he was like it's clover time because he was like upset. But I was holding Amber's hand and I was like, that's my line. Like I was like yes. I don't
The thing
care.
I'm upset about, Johnny didn't actually say flame on at all.
That's true. That's true.
I was thinking about it, and I asked Holden, and I was like, did Human Torch say flame on at all? He's like, yeah. I was like, I don't think he did. He went, no, the toy said it. He didn't say it.
That's true.
And I was like, you're so right. This 7-year-old picked up on.
That's true. He did. Yeah. Well, okay. I think he would think what they were doing is they were doing a Logan / Wolverine thing. Is that they acknowledge that the comics live in their universe in that
No,
their
they
catchphrases.
have tie-in comics.
Yeah.
For this movie, and on the first page it says, the Future Foundation in, like, is working with Marvel Comics to give you the origin story of the Fantastic Four. So, like, Marvel Comics exists in that universe.
Also really weird because I thought they made the Future Foundation after Johnny died. Technically,
There's-
they did. Or
There's
there's
multiple ways
okay.
it goes.
Because when I was watching it, and he's like, "All right, what's the Future Foundation?" I went, "Did Johnny die?"
What happened?
What happened? Anyway, but so I'll just start from the beginning. Here's what, just because the beginning was, I loved that. Same as Superman. They did like a Spider-Verse thing where it's like, you know their origin story. We're gonna do some like how we did it with Herbie. How we did it.
That's exactly what I was
this
thinking.
Disney
when I was watching
DVD.
Yeah.
I was watching. I was like, man, I was like, no wonder I like it. It's because we did the same thing and we like ours. But I loved that they were like simple. They were showing like
we revolutionized modern.
It was that. It was the 60s Superman that like look at the thing do. Look at John. Like they were showing individually what they do and like this action-packed trailer look. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Did you see the reference towards the reference to the first comic?
The rock dude
coming out of the street.
Yeah, that was very obvious.
Okay, some people don't know. Amber didn't know, and a bunch of people. I was the only one reacting to it, like. No, I was like, Amber was like looking at me nerding out because I was like, they don't do that often. They don't go over.
I'm upset that Tori didn't go with me to see me nerding out for both Superman and Fantastic Four. Like, she went with me the second time I watched it. If she went with me the first time I watched Superman,
shut up.
She would have killed me.
That's true.
If she went with me to watch Fantastic Four, she would have killed me.
Yeah, no.
Because of how, like,
there's so much detail,
nerdy,
and you're like,
and like points where me and Gordon went like looked right at each other. And
I know. I was glad. I was like, I wanted to see it with you, just because I know me and you would have not shut up. We would have been like whispering in each other's ears, like. But I'm like, I'm glad I saw it with Amber because she's a big nerd with me, so I thought that was enjoyable. But no, I thought the reference towards the first one, I was like, that's the first comic ever, Joseph Kirby, Stanley. Yeah. No
Jack
one.
Kirby.
Jack Kirby's not Joseph Kirby. That's
Bro, you
Joseph Kirby.
I love the confidence when you like
Shut
say
up.
people's names,
And
and
it's not
it's
even close.
so far
I mean,
off.
Joseph Kirby is I think I combined
George
Joseph.
George Go- George Goldblum.
I combined Joseph Quinn and Jack Kirby. Anyway, but I thought that was like that's a cool addition.
I'm upset that Stan Lee
Was not allowed to be.
was not alive to see that movie.
His best movie since he died. It's a fact.
It's so
They
sad.
didn't have a cameo in it either. That I saw. Because they still do
He
some.
might have been referenced because they reference Stan Lee
Maybe
in
it could have been
movies.
like the that post credit one, the first one, where they're talking about, or it could have been the second one, the second one, where it's like,
The TV show.
the TV show look, and then he's like they're thanking Jack Kirby because he was the first comic book was written by him. But
Maybe.
anyway, I think they maybe are a little bit of Stanley, but I can always just watch Evan Ross on. Is his last name Ross?
Eric Voss.
Oh my god. I don't look.
Man.
He's weird. Okay.
He is weird. I stopped watching him a
I've
while
not
ago.
watched him since Endgame or Spider-Man, but like I didn't even watch him for Superman, but
I watched him, I think Multiverse of Madness.
maybe me too, but that's it. And I started watching people's theories on sports, but now going into it, yeah. What I think they were trying to go after was the ability for Sue to go through stuff even as a mother. She was actually pregnant during the shooting, which I thought was...
Nope.
What was she wearing on the sets?
I know she was not pregnant during the
So
shooting
she was just pregnant after the movie? Oh, so that was funny. Because I was like...
with her first child. So yeah, it was.
Okay.
She was not actually
So
pregnant.
post-production just took a long-ass time. Which I can get because the CGI. Anyway.
It was worth it. Yeah.
Yeah. But
And
they took their time.
They did Galactus. Like they filmed Galactus the right way. Because they actually had him in the suit.
In his ship.
And he recorded on sets with miniatures. With like mini sets.
Oh, wow. So you actually look like this a human.
So he was
size,
actually.
and he's looking down.
Yeah. So they filmed it like that, and then they combined the shots.
Yes, that's amazing.
They did it right.
Oh, I mean, okay.
If it was any other like director or something,
That would have been wrong.
he would have been fully CG.
Yeah, but that's great. Thank you for sharing that. That was cool.
Yeah.
I'll show that to Amber. But
That-
anyway, what I think, why I love this movie so well, and why I was so happy, was they Hannibal Lectered Galactus. They taught the reason why well, not as in time, actually kind of like time, but Hannibal Lecter is shown in the movie probably an hour after it, not with Fantastic Four. He's shown like about 45 minutes in, and then another 45 minutes later.
Because Fantastic Four is under 2 hours long.
I know, that was crazy. Well, I actually ran into Aiden Harbaugh and Brandon.
Yep.
I ran into Brandon.
Yeah, you already told me
Oh
about that.
yeah, because on FaceTime. But the first thing I said was, I'm liking that they didn't draw anything out under 2 hours, and they made it feel not long in a bad way, but they made it feel full and complete with being under 2 hours.
And yet the story's not complete.
No, but they made it feel satisfying and fulfilled.
Because, like, I thought at the end of this movie, Galactus was going to succeed,
And actually get...
and then they take off in their ship,
Yeah, and then because then the Thunderbolts.
and then Thunderbolts.
No.
Didn't happen.
I was like,
we don't know what happens.
connection?
Like
Here's
people
my
were
thing.
like, it's a spoiler for Fantastic Four.
Not
I was like, yeah, it is a spoiler. And then I
Not
watched
really.
Fantastic Four. And I was like,
Here, I'm just
it's
realizing-
not at all.
And I did hear
it was a
once.
misdirection.
I heard it once, and here's my thing. I think I know who it is.
What do you mean?
Who was in that ship? Doom.
Well, yeah, because Doom was in the movie.
No shit, Sherlock. No, there's no. It was a small enough ship, and I only heard one person theorize it. That was Doom. That he has Franklin, took Franklin, and left, and went to 616.
Interesting. Also, I loved that it was, what was it, 838?
Based off of 1938.
Jack
I,
Kirby's Jack
I
Kirby's
was, I was
the day
like,
he was born.
oh,
Oh my
I was
god.
like, oh, it was gorgeous. I was like, man, make me
We
cry.
we need to do something like that
But not so,
for us.
not subtle, but not crazy, because we were like
What's Stanley's birthday?
19, 20,
What I think
9.
because like we
Anyway.
can have like
But
Reed
so
mention something.
So let me go into this. What I was thinking was, let me check time because I don't want to be late. All right, I gotta. We gotta wrap up in 10 minutes. With Vanessa, is it not Vanessa Kirby, but the yeah, I want to say Sue. What's her first name?
What do you mean?
The actress who plays
Vanessa Kirby. You were right.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vanessa Kirby. I thought it was Kirby, and funny that was Kirby, and then Jack Kirby. But so the whole plot, not the plot, but this feeling, like how you said Superman was, like, oh, immigrant, like society, and then the other one was pharmaceuticals. This one was the power that, like, what it's like to have being a mother and that power that it is, because she was able to stop and force Galactus and move him with a baby in his hand. I said, yeah, she died, but anyone would die if you're stopping Galactus.
No, I said to Gordon right at the end, I was like, they should have released a Doomsday cast after this movie. Because
After it, yeah.
I knew she was going to live.
That's true, yeah.
Because she was like the second chair announced.
Yeah.
So we knew she was going to live.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't do that, then my heart would be like, I knew exactly. I was like, it's going to be a freaking Tangled situation where the teardrop saves her life or something.
Wasn't that. It was Franklin, but...
Pretty close. Franklin just showed up.
Touched. I didn't realize that, though. I think they caught my attention. They caught me off guard. Because I legitimately was like, oh, that does happen. I mean, so I'll say this. They got it based off real life. The world's strongest man, Aaron something. He's in England. He's from England. He's known as the world's strongest man, like, ever in history. Because he lifted 500 kilograms, like a deadlift. No one, he acknowledged, he goes, you cannot do this as a humanly possible. You're not built to do that as a regular human. The only way he was able to do it, and he said, if you break the psychological waves in your brain to make you have to do it in a situation, stop sucking on your soda for so long. Hurry up. Jeez, Pete, you done?
Yeah, it's gone.
Flame on, flame off. But so what he did was, before he lifted it, he went to training and talked with a psychiatrist. He made it believe that he visioned his kids under a car, because you can then spark that adrenaline, and there's only one reason why you'd be able to lift that strong is to protect your kids. So he did that, and he envisioned it, and he was like, I need to save my kids, and he pretended he was lifting a car, and he did it. Nose is bleeding, like he was breaking, and he went with like medical procedures afterwards, but he did it. That's where I got the connection from. Is the only reason she can actually do that, because she was protecting her son.
Yep.
And that's not to say that was so different than what Superman's stuff was and the rebirth, but that was they touched on it, and I thought it was like, that's cool. Didn't it? It wasn't like, oh, we need a blah blah blah. It was like, that's cool, and it's heartwarming, and it really shows like, wow, humans and people can do that based off of their kids. And Marvel never did that. But I thought, I'll go into this, and then I mean, you were nerd about it. Johnny Storm coming up with being somehow the bigger nerd in this movie.
I know. Oh my god, it made me love it. That's what makes me want to rewrite Fantastic Four. We write Johnny comic accurate, where he's like douchey,
the playboy, but he's smart.
He is smart.
People are like, he's dumb.
I kind of wrote him as like a dumb
Chris
idiot.
Evans would have done good, but they made him think he was a dumbass.
Yeah,
no, he's Sue's brother. That means he's also
he has to have some
smart genes.
smartness. Yeah.
He's like, I was like, he was so dived in, which I really.
He locked in.
I was like, great, when I find like a sexy space lady, Ben's like, don't call her sexy. No, I thought she played Shia LaBeouf really well.
Yeah, she did.
I thought she was like, obviously people were like, I'm like, no, it's comically. Yeah, it was years after the first one. Who was the first one?
It was
Shala.
Norin Rad, I think.
But the name, Shalon.
Yeah, Norin Rad. That was
Really? Oh, Noron.
his name.
Sounds like a real person name, but anyway, yeah, Norin Rad and then Shala. Wow, but it was the same as obviously it's gonna be the same. It's just reversed roles. Is that you had a daughter and then you would spare.
It's because Galactus is the same in every universe, but his herald doesn't follow.
Yeah.
So
and they were different species.
In the original comics, so it's the same Galactus.
But that species of person.
In that universe, he chooses a male to be Silver Surfer. In 838, in the movie, in that universe, he chooses her to be. It's
different. Every universe.
Yeah, it's just different universes.
Yeah, and they're two different species. It's not like, they just mixed up the genders. No, Shia LaBeouf's a different alien, and Norrin Rad is a different alien. Mm-hmm. And that's what I think they made it important, is that they didn't do this in the first one. They made it look like Silver Surfer was his own species. Like, he was always silver. But maybe in the comics. He's not. But nor is Shia LaBeouf. And they were. Yeah. That's why Johnny was like, it's not part of her. Her powers are from the board. Anybody's powers are from the board. I think that's also really cool. I was like, that technically is a weapon. Yeah. You can go light speed, phase through, because of the board. You know, like, could you imagine another person who can phase with that ghost? What could they break?
Vision.
Something, yeah. Like, what could they break? I thought it seems so weird how Vision can do that. Like, he's made of how does he do that? Probably the Mind Stone. What am I kidding? But anyway. I think that's about really a bunch about what I can talk about.
To finish the episode off, thoughts on Doom being in it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Literally forgot.
Well, that was the question I thought of, and I was like, I'm gonna save it.
I talked about him a little bit, but yeah, they said that his face is not gonna be disfigured.
They can't do that. They're paying Robert Downey Jr. too much money to disfigure his face.
Yeah, but the people were like, no.
And he's not going to be wearing the mask the whole time because they can't cover Robert Downey Jr.'s face for a whole movie.
Literally the whole thing. And I thought the sudden nod of Latvia.
Latveria.
I couldn't read because my eyes were blurry, but I was like,
yeah, that's one of the things that me and Gordon looked at each other. We were like,
I looked at Amber and I had to whisper. I was like, that's where Dr. Doom's a monarch from.
That's where he rules.
I was like, that's why he's not there, is because he's technically there was an ambassador from that country. But anyway, because he kind of killed everybody. But no, I think I'm excited. I don't think there's not really a perfect Doom. I think, yeah.
I feel like there could have been other actors that could have done it.
Yeah, but
for sure.
Leto.
But
no, Cillian Murphy. That was my favorite.
That was mine too.
Yeah, Cillian Murphy would have been it. But I think that there's not going to be ever a perfect Doom. I mean, what you don't.
I saw this thing on Instagram today, and it was making fun of Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom, but then the comment of it said, they were like, I feel like that's the perfect casting, because the MCU starts with RDJ and ends with it. I was like, that's so real, because he started the whole thing and now he's going to end it. Mm-hmm. That's why they chose him 100%.
Yeah. And it will be, and it can be a mistake if they don't write it well. As in, are they
I don't even care if they.
No, as in, he's gonna look like Iron Man.
They're gonna play into it.
Yeah, they better. That's what I'm saying. Is that if they don't make Spider-Man look at him and go like, Tony,
Mr. Stark,
who the fuck is Tony? Kills him, but because he's more powerful than Thanos. He's the most powerful subsequent villain ever, because he killed Thanos so quickly.
Yeah. No. Feige said they are going to be rebooting the MCU after Secret Wars. Everything's restarted. He said we're going to recast everybody. It's all starting from scratch. Mm-hmm. But I think they should do either what James Gunn's doing right now, or they should go back to how it was before the MCU, where every once in a while
You just make a movie.
we get a Marvel movie, where it doesn't like have to tie in,
Because I think that's why they are.
but it will
I
exist.
think they
in the
need to.
universe.
I think they need to still do that now. But
They
with
need to
more
pump the
frequent.
brakes because they're pushing out too much.
That's why everything after Endgame, like not sucked, because not everything sucked, but there was some really sucky things. It's like stop forcing it.
Yeah, they were shoving it down our throats.
You couldn't have forced Quantumania. I think no matter what, when you have a movie with that much CGI, you're gonna mess up.
Yeah,
I acknowledge that. Everyone's like, the CGI back in 2008 needs to be studied because it was really fucking good. But I'm like, at the same time, there's also they were able to use it really good for little moments, so it seemed even better when he was inside of the core that King uses to transform, and it was multiple of them. I said that shot was really good. I'm like, well, can you not acknowledge that? So I'm like, that's fine. I think the Marvels was shoved down our throats. I think the Ironheart shoved down our throats. I think She-Hulk was shoved down.
I have not seen Ironheart.
Me neither. I don't want to. Mephisto's in it, but that's about it.
Apparently, it is good.
Heard some things. Okay.
It's
the
Ryan Coogler. So
the trailer was with what's her name? The girl who plays Ironheart, and then her like friend, and it's okay. It gave off the same childish thing as Miss Marvel, and Miss Marvel was not horrible towards the end. The beginning was like, it's just like I'm watching, like How to Get Out of like what's that one book that was like
How to Get Away with Murder.
No, it was like something in middle school. Something with like it was a movie came out like 2012. Anyway, but I just didn't like how it was a very juvenile feeling. But anyway, someone's taking out the trash. Is that thunder?
I think that's thunder. I think it's storming.
Okay, maybe that's why. But anyway, lock your doors.
Oh no!
Don't do anything with tornadoes gonna open it. Anyway, but here's the thing. It was a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
And I loved that's why again I liked it. I'll say it again. The relations and chemistries between the people is why I liked a team movie more than a single movie.
That's what we need to take inspiration from.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think I even said this to you. I was like, if Fantastic Four is super good, we're relying on that.
Mm-hmm. And it was super good.
And it was. So we're relying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
we're not going to rely too heavily.
Yeah, but I'll just say it again. The reason why it was so good is because if you're going to make Galactus,
you have to do him right.
No, not even just right. You have to do him as he is. There's no right or wrong. There is as he is. He is a giant. And him coming out of the water. Him coming out of the... No, not a cloud. Yeah. Him coming out of the water was like Godzilla-like. And then he looked at the Statue of Liberty. I said, there's a Super Marvel. Lego Super Marvel reference. But, wow. It is loud.
Yeah, it is.
But, yeah, I mean, I want to watch the movie again. It was so good.
I want to go again.
Can we, me and you?
I want to go.
If you want to get the cheap tickets, let's just go to AMC Hamilton.
So cheap.
Let's go, me and you. I'll go. Let's go. During the week or something. After.
Yeah, I need to find a day.
Let's go. I want to watch it with you, so we're just like, because I'll watch it again. I was like, man, this hour went by quick.
I don't know if there is a day coming up.
But, anyway, it's about 1. I got 15 minutes, but yeah. But,
we're going to end this up.
Yeah, definitely. Just great movies. Everyone go see the movies if you haven't.
Yes, if you have not seen them, go watch them now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was great.
Skibbity
Bob,
bop.